Coach DeGulis here. We were continuing our topic on nutrients. We covered carbohydrates in the last lesson. We are going to continue with fats today. Fats are your second source of energy. Okay, 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. Okay, and you can see that's more than carbohydrates. We said carbohydrates equal 4 calories. When you look at a food label, you can see the grams of fat and then multiply it by 9, and that will tell you how many calories from fat you're getting. Simple math there. We mentioned earlier the RDA suggests 65 to 80 grams of fat in your diet, and the fats take up about 30% of your caloric intake. Remember we said carbohydrates make up 60. If you can envision a pie, imagine 60% of that being carbohydrates and 30% of that being fats. Fats are important, okay? We always hear about the negative things about fat, but if you eat correctly, fats are the ones that help you store energy, okay? They also help keep your body temperature under control. Some good food examples that have high fat content are butter, eggs, red meat, and cheese. Okay. On the topic of meat, there was a strength coach that talked down in Indianapolis mentioned that the fewer the legs of an animal, the better the meat it is. So, for example, a cow has 4 legs. That's very high fat content. Then you move on to chickens, have 2 feet, 2 legs. They're a little bit better to eat. And then you move on to your fish and poultry who have 0 legs, which are the best things to eat. So if you're at a restaurant and you're trying to make a good food decision, you can think of that analogy there. Proteins are your third and final source of energy. Again, if you're using proteins for energy, that is not good, okay? Because we need proteins to repair cells, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, okay? 4 calories. Now, let's talk here about the proteins, why we need them for growth and to repair cells. In the weight room, what we do is we tear down your muscles. Okay, we tear down your muscles, and what protein does is it goes and repairs those cells and actually helps them grow a bit bigger and stronger. So that's why proteins are important. Now remember, you can only have so much protein. Okay, remember we talked about if you weighed 120 pounds, you need about 120 grams of protein. If you consume more than that, it's pretty much useless because you urinate that out of your body. So, don't waste your money on protein supplementation unless your body has a hard time of gathering proteins. Proteins are built by essential amino acids. Amino acids are called chains of building blocks. And you can see a picture here of amino acid structure. Okay, when you break down foods to their simplest form, their elements, this is what we get. Okay, and that's for another lecture when we can talk about that, about different amino acids and things like that. But from animals, we get what we call complete essential amino acids. Okay, and from plants, we get what we call incomplete essential amino acids. So, if you know any vegetarians, this is a concern about their diet because they don't get, they don't get all the essential amino acids. So it's important that they eat a variety of foods in order to do that. Some foods that are high in protein are your meat, your poultry, your eggs, fish, nuts, beans, etc. So that's why proteins are very important. We are going to stop our lecture here and continue with nutrients on the next lesson. Thank you.